So something needs to change around here. Earlier today, by the way, this is the second podcast I'm recording in one day. I hate doing more than one in a day. I feel like the second one doesn't. I don't have as much energy by the time the second one gets here. But that's what I'm doing. Recording it live on Periscope. If you are a member of my Patreon, you can listen to it live, much like this person's doing. I'm calling them this person because their identity is hidden. Something I don't understand. They feel comfortable with giving me their money, yet letting me know who they are. They're not down with that. That's cool. So I had some equipment breakdown earlier when I recorded the first podcast, and now I am in the studio. And when I say studio, I mean my garage that is, it's filled with Black Widows. And when I say filled with Black Widows, I mean there's an alarming number of Black Widows in this garage. I took a broom, as one might do. I took a broom and I tried to clean the spider webs, and I tried to kill as many. There was it was a Black Widow Holocaust in here, and it wasn't just Black Widows. I wasn't being racist. I was trying to kill all the spiders. That was 3 days ago, and now there are more spider webs, invisible spiders. They're just here. They're not afraid of me anymore. They're not afraid of people. So I'm pacing right now, recording this podcast. I'm pacing back and forth because I fear for my life. I feel like if I keep on my toes, if I keep on the move, if I talk and walk, or walk and talk if you're nasty, they can't catch me. And yes, I have been bitten by the Black Widow. A lot of people who are in areas where there aren't Black Widows and stuff like that, they just think that they're poisonous and that they'll kill you. It's not the case. I'm sure if you're a tiny baby child or an old person, if you're in a group of people that probably should be dead anyway, yes, the Black Widow will kill you. If you're 33, I think it was 33 if you're just a 33-year-old adult, it just makes about a week of your life miserable. And to be fair, the thing wouldn't have bitten me. It wouldn't have taken a bite out of me if I didn't harass it, I guess. Okay, so I know a lot about Black Widows. So they are not a violent creature. They do not attack people. They only bite when they feel provoked. They only bite. They only act on self-defense. So one day I come out to the garage. I check the laundry. And a Black Widow, apparently I walked through one of its spider webs or something, and the Black Widow fell into my shirt. Like it was right there on the collar, and I freak out because I'm a tiny baby. And when I'm freaking out, the spider fell inside of my shirt, and that scared the spider almost as much as it scared me. And because it was scared and it feared for its life, by the way, what a way to go, to be crushed by a man-tit. That's not high on your list of ways to die. It could have been crushed by my gigantic man-tit. So it acted in self-defense, and it bit me in the chest. And I wasn't sure if I had been bitten because there was no pain, like it didn't hurt. I've been stung by a mosquito or bitten by a mosquito, whatever they do. I still don't know what they do, but I've been attacked. Been attacked by a mosquito, and that hurt. I've been stung by a bee. That hurt. Those don't kill you, so I assumed that a Black Widow would not only kill me, but it would also hurt a little bit. It'd make me feel like I had been poisoned, but they don't pack a punch. It didn't hurt so much. But I knew that I had been bitten by the Black Widow because about 5 minutes later, I had uncontrollable projectile vomiting. Just like in the movies lie to you. In the movies, if you get bitten by a spider, you get some sort of powers. You're like a Peter Parker. You're web slinging up and down Fifth Avenue. In real life, when you get bit by a spider, you swell up, you get horrible cramps all over your body, and you vomit. So I had to drive my. First thing I did was, because I didn't want to waste the gas. If I was going to die, I didn't want to, didn't want to waste the gas. So I called the hospital and asked what I should do, and I couldn't even get through a sentence. I just kept puking. So I asked her what I should do, and she said, "Yeah, you should get to the hospital." So I drove myself to the hospital. Now the hospital is about 10 minutes away from my house. It took me about 40 minutes because every 2 minutes I had to stop, pull over, and just vomit uncontrollably. So then when the doctor gave me some pills, and then he asked how I could handle my pain meds. And I said, pretty good. I didn't think immediately, why would I be getting pain meds? I'm not in pain. I was just happy to get them because, I'm an addict and all. So then I asked, why do I need the pain pills? And he said, because once the vomiting goes away, you're going to be in considerable pain. So apparently what happens if the spider bite happens above the waist, you get terrible chest and back pains for about 4 days. And if it happens below the waist, terrible back and leg pains. So I was in bad fucking shape for the better part of a week. But I'm not dead. But I would really like to not. And they're not even like bees. Bees are like kamikazes. If bees sting you, they're dead. So I respect that a little bit. They want to cause you so much pain so bad, they're willing to give their lives. They're like heroes. The bee community, they're like heroes. I'm sure they have their tiny bee parades where they wheel out the old bees that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or I guess in this case it'd be the corpses. Either way it goes. I don't want to get bit. And I'm surrounded by fucking spiders. So I'm just walking back and forth in a straight line in this garage. And you guys can't see what I'm talking about, but it's weird. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. This is The Gary Lee Show. I am Gary Lee. There you go. I introduced myself. I've been gone for a while because I've had to deal with, I don't want to say medical issues, because that makes it sound serious. I've had terrible headaches. And you know what I don't want to do when I have terrible headaches? You know what I don't want to do when I have just a pounding inside of my brain? I don't want to talk to you. I know it sounds selfish. I don't want to do it, okay? So forgive me. Forgive me, kind people of the internet, for not giving you the podcast that literally only maybe 5 of you give a shit about. Sorry. I was in pain. But I'm back. Had a couple of... I had a decent week. I like when I can complain. Like when I can come back. Normally when I take a break from doing any podcast, I have enough fuel in the tank to be able to complain for hours. But I had an actual good 7 to 10 days. It was fun. Friend of mine, friend of the show, hopefully friend of yours, Brett, came down. We had ourselves a nice little play date. So when I got I do have one thing to complain about. I went to get coffee. Me and Brett had a... By the way, this is what it's like hanging out with me. Brett asked if I wanted to get coffee, and I said yes, which meant we were going to go to individual places in our own cars to get coffee for each other and then meet at a second location. But I decided that since we were meeting somewhere, I was not going to make him wait. I didn't want to sit in my car in a fucking Starbucks for an hour, making him wait forever. I was going to go to the Burger King to get coffee. And as it turns out, Burger King, hold on, ready for this? I'm opening the door. This is that was the sound the dungeon door makes. And I, by the way, just walked through about 6 more spider webs. I'm terrified. Anyway, it turns out Burger King's not known for their coffee. Because I go there and I go through the drive-thru. I ask the guy behind the counter, "Do you have iced coffee?" Answer was yes. So already, okay, so far so good. Second question, can I get a black iced coffee? Now, apparently, I was only looking for a yes or a no, honestly. But apparently that question confused the shit out of this kid because he had to get the manager. I asked for a large iced black coffee, and he had to get the manager. So he came back. By the way, getting put on hold sucks. Getting put on hold in the drive-thru double sucks. But he came back and he said, he informed me, we have 2 flavors, sir. I did enjoy how he called me, sir. A lot of times when you're dealing with a dum-dum, they will be very respectful, which I appreciate. So he says, we have 2 flavors, sir. We have mocha chocolate, and I thought that was it, right? I thought that was just, and then he said, and we also have vanilla French vanilla. This kid was confusing me. Apparently mocha chocolate is one flavor at the Burger King, and vanilla French vanilla is another. I don't understand what he was. So I said once again, I don't want a flavor so much. I just kind of want coffee and ice, no cream, no sugar. I want coffee flavored coffee, if that would be possible. And he said, hold on one second. So he put me on hold a second time, and now I'm waiting for about 10 minutes. For him to find someone in the Burger King that understands the concept of adding ice to coffee, and he comes back and he says, "Yeah, we only have the 2 flavors. We have the mocha chocolate and the vanilla." Now I'm getting angry, and I know you probably don't think so, but I'm very, very polite when it comes to any sort of server or anything. But as you can imagine, I'm also pretty short-tempered when it comes to a lot of other things. So I tried to break it down as simple as I possibly could, as politely as I possibly could. I just asked him, do you have coffee? Just regular coffee. If I came here in the morning and I ordered a coffee, do you have that? And he responded. He answered my question with a question. You mean coffee? Yeah. Do you have just regular coffee, decaf coffee, whatever, orange lid, black lid coffee? And he said, yes, we do. Would you like one? And I said, no, what I want, if possible, could you sell me one of those black coffees and then maybe put it into a larger cup of ice? And then he, again, for the 3rd time now, had to leave to go get permission from his boss. And at this point, I kind of just wanted to talk to the boss because I felt like there was something lost in translation there. I was speaking normal. He was a fucking moron. I feel like his boss might have also spoke moron. Or maybe he was bilingual. I don't know. But he came back and he said, so you want ice in your coffee? This is literally taking 15 minutes now. And he said he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it, is what he said. He couldn't. Didn't have the technology, apparently. So I said, okay, here's what I want. I would like a large coffee, just a regular, large, black, hot coffee. Just a regular hot coffee, black, please. No cream, no sugar. And then can I also get a large cup of ice? Just a large cup of ice. I will pay full price for a fountain drink, but I just want ice in there. At this point, I'm willing to do the work. And he said, "Oh, okay. Do you want me to just put the coffee? Do you want me to just make it iced coffee for you?" And now I finally listen. I'm getting tired, physically tired, talking to this dum-dum. But finally, I had to take the long way around. But finally, I thought I finally got through to him, and I said, yes, that would be perfect. Thank you so much. And he said, okay, sir, would you like mocha chocolate or French vanilla? And I said, you know what, I don't even care. Give me a large, cold coffee. That's all I want. What flavor? I don't care. I don't care what flavor. I don't care what flavor. What's your favorite flavor? I'll take that one. Give me your favorite flavor. And he said, okay, it's probably the mocha. It's probably the mocha chocolate. And I was like, okay, great. Don't need to know that. Don't need to know any of this information. Just put something cold. And then he finally got it for me. I paid. He was a polite young man. And then when I tasted it, there was 100% It was 100% not Mocha chocolate. He gave me the goddamn French vanilla. But then me and Brett had a good time. Everything was fine. And then we had the 4th of July. And you know what I find annoying about the 4th of July, aside from everything about the 4th of July? I don't like when the jet planes fly over. I don't like fireworks, especially when people do fireworks past midnight or heaven forbid, into the next night. I don't like when people do nothing all year but complain about how much they hate America, but then they're the first people lighting those fireworks. Fucking hate that. But this year we had a special 4th of July. We got an earthquake. And even though we have an earthquake here every 18 months, and it's really no big deal, it was the first time that I felt one. I don't know what it is. I always thought that I was immune to an earthquake, and I know that's not, it's not a possibility. No one can be immune to earthquake, but I never felt one. I was always asleep or driving or something. But this one I felt, and boy, did everyone freak out. They thought the world was coming to an end. Keep in mind, I had never felt an earthquake before. These people that were freaking out, they thought it was the end of days. They thought Jesus was coming back. People were posting on Facebook. They were posting Bible verses. They just searched through their e-Bible. They searched for the word earthquake. Like, he's coming. He's not coming. But it was exciting. And then the very next day, we had a huge earthquake. Real big. It lasted a long time, about 30 seconds. Things knocked off the wall. Cars were moving. It was fucking awesome. And that was pretty exciting. And then everyone on Facebook, they started posting pictures of their pool and what the earthquake was doing to the pool, how the water was splashing over. And then I just got to, first of all, it bothered me because I don't know, I guess since the first earthquake happened, they just kept their GoPros positioned, pointed at their pools just in case. But I got pissed off because there's a bunch of people on my Facebook feed, correction, there were a bunch of people on my Facebook feed that apparently had pools this whole fucking time. Guess I got, my invite to the pool party must have gotten lost in the mail. But now I'm done with the earthquakes, because now the earthquakes have gone from kind of exciting, kind of cool, to just kind of annoying. I'm afraid the next one's going to be bigger, and it's going to force me to clean some shit up. But the last thing that happened, and this is, if you're Canadian, you may not understand how truly American this is, but like the number one most American thing that happens on the 4th of July, or not just one, but like many eating competitions. That it really makes me proud. Like, yes, people go, overseas and they give their lives, fighting for that. I mean, that's good. But if you can eat 32 fucking hamburgers in 8 minutes, like my friend Molly Schuyler did, you know what pisses me off about this stuff? I have the body of a competitive eater. I've been training to be a competitive eater. How come everyone who wins these eating competitions looks nothing like me? They look much better than me. This Molly lady, she's probably half my size, and she could eat double. And she was interviewed after she won, and she informed everyone that for breakfast she had 22 breakfast sandwiches. She ate 22. But I'm proud of her. See, the soccer players, the American team, they think they're heroes. Fuck every single one of those people. The real hero is Molly Schuyler, apparently, who, even on her off days, eats an extraordinarily amount of food. All right, before I go, I do have a hero of the week. I also have an asshole of the week. The asshole of the week, it's a 1,000-way tie for every single business, every single company, every single station, every single everything that didn't even waste a second. As soon as the clock struck midnight on July 1st, they quickly changed their online logos from Pride Month rainbow versions of their logo back to the original version. You can go on your Facebook feed and just just look at all the companies you follow on Facebook and on Twitter, and just go back to July 1st and see how many of them changed their profile picture. I guess pride's over, guys. I guess when we can no longer capitalize on it. Pride's over. Even TBS switched their colors. You can't keep it to like mid-July, so they all win for asshole of the week. But the hero of the week, this guy's a true hero. This guy's name is, I wrote it down because I knew I was going to forget his stupid fucking name. Joe Nietzsche. Joe Nietzsche. If you don't know who Joe Nietzsche is an ice cream man. He is an ice cream purveyor, as my friend David Cross might say. He's an ice cream man who he's got an ice cream he's got an ice cream truck, but it's like a trendy hipster ice cream truck, and he does a lot of catering for. He's done a lot of catering for celebrities, like Jennifer Aniston hired him to do something for a rap party, and different higher level celebrities have worked with this guy. He's been getting offers for like 3 years from these quote unquote, and I hate even using the word, but from these quote unquote influencers who are giving him the opportunity for exposure in exchange for hundreds and hundreds of dollars in free ice cream. So he took to his social media, Instagram and Twitter, and he let everyone know that he was going to charge all quote-unquote influencers double for the ice cream. So that man's a goddamn hero. Guys, a goddamn hero to me. Fucking influencers. Anyway, that's the podcast. Sorry this was a little bit short, but like I said, I just did a podcast. Fucking what more do you want from me? But I'll be back tomorrow. If you're a Patreon member, I'll be back tomorrow. If you're one of the other leeches out there in the world, I'll be back soon.